Alright, hello and good morning everyone. We are playing a little bit more Helldivers. Today is the last Helldivers stream for maybe a while, potentially a little while. We have Borderlands 4 coming out on Friday, and I plan on fully immersing myself in Borderlands 4. So this is the last Helldivers stream for a little bit. We will be streaming Borderlands 4 for a little bit going forward. Cannot wait for that. Love me some Borderlands. I know Tiny Tina's Wonderland was a miss for a lot of people, but I actually kind of super enjoyed it. So, you know, I'm going to go in with optimism and a lot of hope that what we're gonna get is gonna be a ton of fun. So, we are gonna be playing Tiny Tina or Borderlands 4 on Friday for just a little bit. I want to stream it longer. However, I have a dentist appointment at 7 a.m. What a horrible way to start a Friday and a weekend, is going to a deep cleaning at 7 a.m. But hopefully we can get it out of the way, and then we can immediately go into the more fun stuff, which is Borderlands. So, we also have Hello Kitty Island Adventure coming for Switch, so we will be playing a little bit of Hello Kitty Island Adventure, doing a little review of that game. And then some random game that I know absolutely nothing about that just randomly popped up in my Gamefly list, called Daemon X Machina Scion, something like that. Apparently it's like Gundam, anime, sorta Dark Souls, open world. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but with Gamefly, I literally just grab everything and say, okay, let's play random games and see what happens. So we will also be playing that when that comes. I believe that one is coming later today. So hopefully it's good. Ben, you're the first one in here. Wow. You up early this morning? Oh, I didn't realize the dragons were going to be on I didn't realize the dragons were going to be on this planet too. Okay, we're running back to our gear. How's it going, Ben? We've made it to Wednesday. Alright, that's one hit. I did not realize we were still going to be fighting dragons. I thought we were done with those guys for a little bit. I get up early every morning, usually just go driving. I love that. I too was a person who did like early morning drives or late night drives, just driving for the vibes, driving around, seeing the world late at night. Like I am a big fan of that, so I completely understand what you are saying. That was definitely something I used to do when I was younger, just driving around and exploring and loving that. So that is excellent to get up and go for a drive. 100%. Highly recommend. Alright. Dragon is gone. We are done with that dragon. That problem is solved. For now. I'm like a private taxi. It doesn't work for Uber. That is probably a good thing. I haven't heard anything great about Uber recently, and I'm kind of frustrated because there's a rumor. I don't know if this is true or not. Unconfirmed rumor. But we have a local Oktoberfest coming up, and at said Oktoberfest, a lot of people tend to drink because Oktoberfest. So I definitely understand that people are going to be drinking there, and usually every year they have a shuttle to help bring people into the Oktoberfest so they can drink safely and have fun. This year, apparently, they have canceled the shuttle and they are replacing it with Uber, which people are speculating that they basically sold out the shuttle and said instead we'll take a kickback from Uber because they're going to get a ton of people. But it seems like they're sacrificing everyone's safety, because I know there's going to be people like, well, I don't want to pay for an Uber. If there's not a free shuttle, I'll just risk it and drive. And so now what used to be safe is going to be a little bit more unsafe, as we now have a bunch of people who will decide, I'm just going to drink and drive. I don't know if all that's 100% true, but that is what people are talking about, and I'm kind of frustrated that potentially they gave up something good and free for everyone for the sake of a little bit of money through Uber for kickbacks or something, you know? So we'll see what actually happens, but I do not have high hopes for this event now with what's being said. I got 2 families that take to and from work every morning. Hey, carpooling. We're big fans of carpooling here. The only thing better than carpooling is if you manage to get a job that is like a work from home job and you can just work from home and don't have to drive at all. No commute is the best commute, 100%. So if you can swing that, that's even better. But I understand that getting a work from home job is not something every single person in the world can get. I don't think, I wish we could, but I don't think we can live in a society where every single person works from home. You know, I think there's some people who have to go, like hospitals, for example. Doctors can't work from home yet. Although I have seen surgeons who can do like robot controls from work from home, which is pretty cool. Peter's here, Tony. I don't make much money. I feel that. And on top of that, I saw somebody, you know how they ask those questions like, could you live off of $100 a week or $10 a week or something like that? Someone was asking like, do you think you could live off of $7,500 a month? Like, is that a reasonable amount of money to live off of? And that comes out to just under $100,000 a year. And I was, is that where we are as a society, that we're saying it's a struggle to live off of $100,000 a year? Because I don't think, I know times are tough and money is hard to come by, but I'm not 100% certain that $100,000 a year is poverty/struggle level just yet, you know? Right? $100,000 salary would be a dream. Like, yeah, you wouldn't be buying Ferraris and yachts, but you would definitely be comfortable with that amount of money. Like, that is nowhere near an amount that I would consider like, oh, this is struggling levels of money. So I definitely don't understand that what if scenario. My wife and I combined make less than a third of that. Voval, hello, good morning. Yeah, and that's, I don't want to be like it's all about budgeting, but definitely budgeting helps, because, and this is going to be one of those, I'm an old person talking about how it used to be, but like when I bought the house I'm living in currently, we were living off of one income, and I was making $12.50 an hour. And yeah, we didn't have everything, and there were certainly things that were a struggle, but we were definitely able to buy a house and live happily. We didn't have everything, but it was doable. So I know that that's not as doable now because the world is changing, but I still feel like 100,000 is 100,000 is way too high of a benchmark. I don't get why YouTube doesn't let you just block people. I just don't want to see some people ever. Don't hide their comments, hide them completely. I think they're hesitant to allow blocking because once someone's blocked, you know, they're in timeout forever. It's one of those, this punishment is permanent, and we don't want to permanently punish someone because what if they reform? So we're only going to allow like timeouts and things like that, because what if they learn their lesson in timeout? And if you're referring to the person I just timed out for coming in here and dropping the N-word randomly, I hope that person can reform. I hope they can see the error in their way. They're probably just either an angry child or an edgy child and need to understand that that is in no way necessary. But what more than likely happens is they get banned, oh, well, there goes my fun, and then they go to the next channel and continue on, right? So, like, no lesson actually learned, just, okay, I'll go troll someone else since this guy isn't having it, which is frustrating. Alright, spear gun. Take him down. Speaking of money, though, Canon just announced their next camera. They announced a cinema-style camera, but it's $4,000, so I don't think I'm ever... Until I actually make a video that is cinematic and good enough to be considered like cinema, I'm not going to buy a cinema camera. I am not talking about you. Definitely not talking about you. But I like it. I like that. They're also re-releasing an old compact camera called the PowerShot Elf series, which got really popular because influencers were saying that's like the best little pocket camera, and it was cool for that. And I'm really glad they're redoing that because that camera is incredibly easy to break. And I know that sounds, why would you want a camera that's incredibly easy to break? Because you can break it and hack it, and you can hack that camera to be what we call a full spectrum camera or an IR camera. And what that is the way modern cameras work is they don't pick up all the light. They have built-in sensors and filters to filter out the bad light that you don't want to see that messes up your photo. Most cameras have some sort of safety guidelines that cuts out all the extra stuff so that your photos are extra, you know, they're exposed properly, they look nice, and they're good photos. And so by removing those safeguards, you get a completely out of balance, hideous photo, but you get a lot more light. And when you get a lot more light like that, you are able to do some special other kinds of photography, such as full spectrum photography, which people use for ghost hunting, but also you can use it for doing infrared photography because you get a lot more light. You're able to shoot in the infrared technology, which gives you this beautiful pinks and dreamy effect, and you can also do like HDR shooting and a bunch of other really creative shots. So I'm really excited they're bringing back this camera specifically because I want to play around I want to play around with infrared technology because I think it's really cool to take infrared photos and play around with that really cool dreamy pink sequence. So I'm really excited they're bringing this camera back, and I cannot wait to try it out and see if it works. I'm not talking about in streams, I mean in channels. I don't want to see some people's content. Oh, that one's easier because they know that they're going to make money off of you, right? Like if they ban you, if they allow you to block a channel permanently, then they make no chance of ever making money off of you and that channel. But by forcing you to see it, eventually you'll do what we call hate watching, right? You'll say, I dislike this channel so much that I'm going to click on it to tell this person that I hate their dumb face. And then they get views, then they get ad revenues, and they make money off of it. Yeah, exactly. And then the hate watching, I even have some hate watchers here. I'm not talking on stream. I've legitimately had people come in just to say, like, I hate your thumbnails, I hate looking at your stupid face, I hate that YouTube recommends it because I never want to see your face again. And YouTube considers that to be a good interaction because, wow, this person is so passionate about you that they went and commented, and now we're gonna send him even more photos of your face. And then it's a never-ending cycle of now they see my face a ton and they're mad at me because they keep seeing my face and I can't get off their For You channel. So it's hacking the algorithm, right? YouTube has mastered the hate watching and figured out this is what people love/hate, and so we're gonna force them into a little bit more love-hate relationships. My minimum, because I smoke, is like $400 a week. That's the minimum I need. Anything after that is savable income. $400 a week isn't too bad. I definitely don't miss smoking. I finally was able to quit years ago, and it definitely saves you, especially like if you live like like Australia. Australia, it's like $20 or $30 for a pack of 20. Like Australia charges so much for cigarettes for their death tax and all that. Like it's definitely a money saver when you can break the habit. Oh, I just got mowed down by my own turret. Someday I hope to make it to Australia. I know we talk a lot about travel on this channel, but Australia is another one of those places that I definitely hope to someday make it to Australia. Because there's some very pretty things in Australia and a lot of dangerous things, but I'm confident like the dangerous animal thing is, you know, overblown, that like not everywhere you go will be full of dangerous animals, so like it's not as big a deal as people, like you got to be aware of it, but like it's not every corner you turn is gonna be dangerous animal, you know. I think it's a little over exaggerated. I'm not going to waste my time watching something that I don't like. That is the world. The world would be a better place, Dex, if people could comprehend and do that. If people said, this clearly isn't made for me, so I am just not going to engage in it. Like, if people could learn to master that, the world would be a little bit happier and better of a place. Mahir, good morning. But I don't think we're there as a society yet. I think people still struggle with that. It's especially common not to play Christian victim card, but we're going to play Christian victim card for a second. I'm doing good this morning. How about you? It's very common for people, a very certain, as we've talked about, a very certain kind of atheist who likes to instigate and attack, to see Christian content on places like YouTube and Shorts and like that, and they feel a need to come into that space and comment and say, hey, you're making Christian content, and I need you to know that I hate Christian content. I think you're stupid. And it's like, okay, like, you're allowed to have your opinions, whatever, but like, this is clearly a Christian channel, and you clicked on a Christian video. What did you expect was going to happen? Like, did you think you were going to be pleasantly surprised? Like, why do you think your opinion is necessary in this exact moment, you know? So we as a society still struggle with that, so we're still overcoming that. Good to hear, Mahir. Any plans for today? It's Wednesday, where we're halfway through the week. We're making it. As I said, this is our last Helldivers stream for a while. Come Friday, we are going to be playing Borderlands 4. After unfortunately, I was stupid and I scheduled my dentist appointment at 7 a.m. So we'll have a short stream. I will go get tortured at the dentist for an hour, and then we'll come back and maybe we'll do another stream, or I'll just be playing Borderlands. I don't know how I'm going to make that work just yet, but unfortunately, I did not think about it, and I scheduled myself a very, very early morning dentist appointment. I guess my thought process was I'll just get it out of the way, but no, Borderlands comes out on Friday. It's coming out Friday morning. Will be Borderlands 4. So next Friday is my streaming day, and that is why this will be the last Helldivers stream for a little while, because we will be hopefully on the Borderlands. I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised with it. The Borderlands bandwagon. I can't believe I missed that shot. He's so close to me. I missed point blank. Holy cow. My listening comprehension goes down when I multitask. It is all good. I am almost out of ammo, so this is about to turn very dire. I've got one clip left. Oh, thank goodness, supplies. Yes, give me all the supplies. That's all right. I understand. How's it going? Welcome back. Do you just randomly scroll through, or are you here for Helldivers? Are you a Helldivers fan, or is it the which tag drew you in? Was it Catholicism? Was it Helldivers? Was it just the random luck of the draw that the thing pulled you into my channel and you stuck around? What brings you by? That is a lot of chargers that we're facing here. Let's confuse some of these people. What are the tags? There are secret background tags that you can't always see that are applied to my streams that are supposed to help bring people in. So things like Catholic, things like Helldivers, stuff like that. The Real Dio. Good morning. Your name specifically, Real. Your name is in... Yes, D&D is also another tag that draws people in. Your name is in my most recent video I published. As promised, since you are now a member, your name is hidden somewhere in my most recent video. It flashes across the screen for a short period of time, so that was fun to make. I do like D&D memes. I want to start a D&D game, and here's the problem: is that like I make a lot of D&D content, a lot of people like my D&D content, so I want to make more D&D content, so I want to make like a D&D live play. The problem is that like unless you're Critical Role, or unless like you're actual like voice actors or real good friends and know what you're doing, like the odds of your Let's Play D&D podcast actually being like entertaining or interesting is so low. And like this is just one of those like what's the word for it? The word for like self-awareness, I guess. Like understanding like Dungeons and Dragons is fun. It's fun to play Dungeons and Dragons with friends. It's not fun to listen to other people play Dungeons and Dragons and not be involved in it, right? Like it's like watching like how many of you here are little brothers who had to watch your older brother like play Final Fantasy and like, oh, we can play together and you can watch? Like it's not fun to sit there and watch someone else enjoy a single player game, right? Like that's just not fun. Thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. So like, and I've tried to give D&D Let's Plays a lot of chances. I've given them a lot of chance to listen to them and play them. And the problem always comes in that it's clearly a bunch of friends who are having fun, and I have no problem with that. Like, yes, go out and have fun, but I absolutely hate listening to some random person I don't know, and the first thing they do is they start with an inside joke, and everyone's laughing at the inside joke, but, like, I don't understand the inside joke because I just joined the channel. So, like, it's such a hard thing to do. So I want to do a Helldivers Dungeons and Dragons game, and I want to make content for it because I think people would like that. I just don't know how to make it actually interesting and fun to listen to. Mahir, you're a little brother who had to watch someone else play Final Fantasy Real Deal 2. That is, and I understand why our older brothers made us do that, because I used to play Final Fantasy with my older brother. And we would share a game slot, and then I would ruin his RPG halfway through. So I understand why he wouldn't let me play and would make me watch, because I ruined his Final Fantasy games after hours and hours of hard work. So, like, deserved. I earned it. I missed some of the Guardian Forces in Final Fantasy X, and in Final Fantasy X, if you missed the Guardian Force, it's just gone. It's gone forever, like you missed it. So I can understand why he was a little upset about that. So, so that is my predicament right now. I'm also making a Dungeons and Dragons game. I'm making a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of style game, and I don't know how much of that is interesting to actually like watch someone make a game, you know? Because a lot of it is literally just thinking, no, that won't work. No, that won't work. No, that won't work. And then finally having an idea after like 2 hours, right? It takes forever. What inspired you to start gaming? You know, gaming in general has just always been a part of me. Like, I've been playing video games since I was 2 years old. Like, literally some of my oldest memories was like loading up Mario 2 and playing it on an NES in my parents' bedroom. So I've literally been gaming for as long as I could hold a controller. What inspired me to actually start streaming gaming was going through the RCIA process, now called OCIA, for the Catholic Church. I really wanted to share my passion for the Catholic Church, and my passion for God that comes through with photography and other things that I do. So I thought streaming would be a way to share that passion in a constructive way. And it's been very good. It's been a very good way to help spread the word and meet people and talk to people and have just a good time. We're in some serious trouble over here. There's a lot of chargers growing on this planet. You know, I do a ton of photography. I don't show as much photography on stream as much as I should anymore, because there's a few statistics I watch, and the photography is like one of those things that for sure, like, no one is interested. Like five of you out of my 7,000 subscribers like photography. Like, it is such a small number that anytime I post photography, it definitely doesn't do as well. So I try and keep it to like social media posts and like YouTube posts and things like that. But I share it when I want to, because there was also many people who came through and was like, oh, well, you'll never be popular doing a variety of things. You can only do one thing. Like, you have to have a channel for Catholicism, you have to have a channel for gaming, you have to have a channel for everything has to be separated out. And I was like, but I don't want that. I want a channel that represents me, you know? What other games do I play? Well, like I said, we're going to be playing the new Borderlands Friday when it comes out. I'm also a huge fan of World of Warcraft. I've been playing World of Warcraft since 2004. We just finished up Metal Gear Solid Delta. I play basically every game in every genre. I love puzzle games. I love roguelike games. I love shooters. I love extraction shooters. Like, the only games I do not like at all are Souls-like games. That is the only style of game I really don't play, is Souls-like games, because I do not enjoy Souls-like games at all. But outside of that, I basically will play any and every game. We have Hello Kitty Island Adventure coming. We rented that, so we're gonna be trying Hello Kitty Island Adventure here soon and doing a little review of that. We also have a PlayStation 3, so we do retro games. We're gonna be doing. Oh, that was perfect. They landed my exosuit right on my grenade, so that was a waste of a stratagem. So we will be doing that here soon. What about racing or sport games? Sport games sometimes depends on the sport. Like I super enjoy MMA. I really like MMA games. I usually get the UFC game every year. I like wrestling games. I'm a big fan of wrestling, even though I don't know a whole lot about wrestling. I really enjoy wrestling, so I enjoy wrestling games a lot. There is a wonderful man who is no longer with us. His name is Alex. Alex was like an older brother to me who was always hanging out at my house because of my brother. And him and we used to have a demo for a game called Top Spin Tennis back in the day. Back in the days when you got demos in the mail and such. And we played Top Spin Tennis for probably 20 or 30 hours in total for the and this was just like a demo. Like, you had like 2 characters and 1 course to play on. Like, there wasn't much to the game, but we loved playing that tennis game. That was a ton of fun. Surprisingly, also golf games, if it's an arcadey golf game. Like, I don't like Tiger Woods golf games, but give me like Hot Shot Golf or Mario Golf, and I absolutely love both of those. So give me a good Mario Golf game any day of the week, and I will enjoy those greatly. But, you know, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, anything in the Souls-like genre, Bloodborne, those are the only games that I truly like. I've played them just to see, like, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'll like this one, and every time I give it another try, I end up saying, nope, I did not enjoy that one bit. I do not enjoy that. He definitely passed away too early. It was a great sadness in all of our lives. The world was robbed of him. Lee Cavarillo's putting challenge. I don't know what that is, but I will say that when I play Hot Shot Golf, I am the best putter who played Hot Shot Golf of all time. So if there's a game that's dedicated to just putting, I will rock that game, because I am a superhuman putter. Why are there so many chargers? Why can't you just leave us alone? There are so many chargers. Alright, get rid of that Bile Titan hole, finally. Okay, we got two more bug holes to close. We're almost there. Do I play Rainbow Six? I love Rainbow Six, but I don't love what Rainbow Six has become. I liked Rainbow Six back when it was actually like a methodical, tactical terrorist hunt game. So Rainbow Six Siege has ruined Rainbow Six for me, but playing like Rainbow Six Raven Shield back in the day when that was big, Raven Shield was an amazing game. I loved that Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six Vegas. I enjoyed Rainbow Six Vegas. Like, give me the old Rainbow Six any day of the week. Yes, please. No, you may not say the N-word. We try as much as we can to be a family-friendly channel, and I simply don't believe there is a need for that word in my channel. Words are important, and words have meaning. Words have a time and place. And that word just does not have a time or place in the space that I am trying to provide. Alright, we just barely got through that part of the mission, so let's... Let's shoot down this dragon. Ah, missed. Boom! Headshot. Brilliant. Brilliant. I'm really hoping Emmy got me Def Jam Fight for New York. Alright, Mahir, thanks for coming and hanging out. We'll see you next time. I'm streaming on Friday for a little bit, so maybe we'll see you on Friday. I'm really excited to go back and play Def Jam Fight for New York on PlayStation 2. That was like one of the top 5 best games. The PS2 is really hard to like say what the best game on there was, because you got Grand Theft Auto, which I'm not a fan of, but I know that people for sure, see you next time, people for sure are going to put Grand Theft Auto on that list. You've got Def Jam Fight for New York. You've got Final Fantasy X, which honestly, okay, unpopular opinion of the day. It is time we switch the glasses. We're going into the unpopular opinions. Final Fantasy VII is truly overrated. Like, Final Fantasy 8, 9, 10 were all way better than Final Fantasy VII in so many ways. Fable, also an incredible experience. Shadow of the Colossus, part of the I'm pretty sure wasn't part of the Uncharted series, was on there too. Like, there's just so much good games on the PlayStation 2. But Final Fantasy VII, I think people need to let that one rest. I don't think it's as good as we remember. I would take Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy X any day of the week over Final Fantasy VII. And, like, I'm going to say some spoilers for a game that's, like, 30 years old, so sorry, not sorry. People talking about how it was so legendary because Aerith died and that stuck out so much. Like, that wasn't even the first Final Fantasy game where a main character is taken away. I'm pretty sure both Final Fantasy V and Final Fantasy VI did that same exact thing. So, like, the thing you're saying that it's absolutely legendary for and amazing for was rehashed from previous games already. So, like, if that's the thing that makes it great, then it's just a cheap imitation of the real thing at that point, right? So, like, overrated. Final Fantasy X, though. Final Fantasy X is an amazing journey that I think everyone should take at least once. I'm not a huge fan of Tidus. Like, it took a while for Tidus to grow on me, but Auron and Yuna and Lulu with her belts, really love that. And I really did enjoy 10-2, where they decided to make it all like, oh, they're pop idols with guns. Like, they totally took it in a different direction. Super enjoyed that. So if you haven't gotten a chance to, please enjoy Final Fantasy X. Speaking of Final Fantasies, though, we do have also the actual best Final Fantasy of all time. Final Fantasy Tactics is being remastered and coming out on Switch here soon, and Final Fantasy Tactics is is one of the greatest of all times. It is an incredible experience. I'm so glad, you know, they were on the Game Boy Advance. People missed out on it. It became a mobile game. I'm glad people are going to finally get to experience it. All right, we need to extract. Let's actually get out of here. Let's hit that guy with the grenade. Let's grab this stuff and go. Let's grab that. Oh, our our thing just got squished. Okay, come on. Oh, that was so close. That was such a close shot. I almost hit that moving. That would have been so impressive if I hit that. Hit the gritty, as the kids say, if I would have hit that gritty. Also, for some weird reason, that reminds me, the next Absolute Batman. If you haven't seen, there's a new comic book series for Batman called Absolute Batman. It's kind of a fun series so far. They're going for a what if Batman didn't have all of his money and high-tech gadgets, and instead just took a bunch of steroids? So he's like this absolute brick of a Batman. He's huge, he's poor, which I'm pretty sure poor Batman is just the Punisher, but that's a conversation for a different time. But apparently in the next issue of Absolute Batman, he is going to be taking on the Klan, like the super hateful, bigoted, racist Klan, and people are upset about that. And it's always one of those weird things. Like, is that really? That's the stance you're gonna publicly take? Is you don't want to see Batman beat up the Klan? Like you that's a negative for you? Like, what are you talking about? So I'm very excited to see Batman beat up the Klan. That is definitely going to be an interesting Batman issue. Very excited to see where they go with it. Also, interesting fact about the Klan, since I'm Catholic and we talk about Catholic history, the Klan and Catholics actually don't have a great history. The Klan hates Catholics quite a lot themselves, which I am proud to say. In any time a group like that despises you, you are doing something correctly. So that is your fun fact for the day, I guess. I don't know if fun fact is exactly the right word, but there's your fun fact for the day. I just crushed myself. But yes, I'm excited to see what Batman does. That's going to be an interesting issue. But the problem with, as we've talked about, the problem with comic books is you pay $5 or $10 for a comic book, you read it in 10 minutes, and then it just sits on your shelf forever and ever and ever. So I don't buy comic books because it just seems like a waste of money and space. I'll try and rent it from the library, though. Our library's gotten a new collection of comic books in and visual novels, which is great. So hopefully I can rent it from the library and utilize that service so I don't have to take up more space in my already way too cluttered room. The kids don't say that. I am fairly certain the kids say that still. I'm fairly certain hitting the gritty is still popular Fortnite lingo in some space and some aspect. I'm like 40% sure of that. Alright, that dude's really annoying me. That guy was sitting up on a ledge just spitting at me. Also, in food talk today, apparently a new hot trend is to make deep-fried coffee. Apparently deep-fried coffee is pretty darn delicious, so I kind of want to try that. They said that gives it like a really creamy and smooth, flavorful texture. So we are going to be trying out deep fried coffee at some point. I don't have a deep fryer, but I do have an air fryer, so we could make some air fried coffee maybe. That could be a interesting experience, I think. But I do not have access to like a deep fat fryer. Air fried coffee, like you take the coffee beans, you drizzle them in a little bit of oil, you air fry them for like 10 minutes, and then you grind them up, and then you make a pot of coffee with the ground up air fried coffee beans. Allegedly, it makes it really smooth, and it kind of brings out like the natural chocolatiness of coffee. I know that people like taste black coffee and it's so bitter and they hate it, but I truly like a good coffee. You can get those notes of chocolate in there. That sounds ridiculous. You can air fry anything, Dex. Air fried pudding, air fried coffee, air fried ice cream. Although, okay, speaking of ridiculous recipes, I did see someone yesterday, they took 3 pints of ice cream and, you know, chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, like Neapolitan, but it's 3 separate pints. And they put it on a flat top grill, and then they put slices of bread and cinnamon sugar on top of that, and they made a grilled ice cream sandwich. And that was definitely one of those things I looked at, I was like, that seems ridiculous, like ridiculously unnecessary. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Yes, that is, I do believe that is applicable in this case. I think you are potentially, possibly correct about that, Dex. It definitely is one of those things that makes you question, should I? The science says I can, but should I? That being said, though, we did get a new air fryer. We have swapped from regular air frying to the Ninja Crispi, and let me tell you, the hype is real. The Ninja Crispi is an absolutely amazing little machine, and I highly, highly recommend, especially if you don't currently own any form of air fryer, do yourself a favor and get the Ninja Crispi, because that thing is such an incredible little go-getter. I made some air-fried tofu with it the other day, and it was perfect, where it was like crispy on the outside, creamy on the inside still. And I made curry tofu. I used curry seasoning to make a curry flavored tofu, and it turned out absolutely phenomenal. So if you haven't tried it already, try the Ninja Crispi. You will not regret it. It is worth the hype, 100%. I also kind of want to try the Ninja Slushy Maker that everyone's talking about, but with that one, like, most slushies are going to be high in sugar in one way or another, right? So, like, I don't know that I would actually use the Ninja Slushy all that much because of the sugar content, but the Ninja Crispi I'm going to be using every day, I feel like. Oh, I forgot. I was not paying attention to my health. All right, we've got a call in, and it's just me, so we're in some trouble here. Let's call in some allies to start with. Let's grab our supply pack and our epic cannon. All right, we're running it. Let's run. We're running. Nobody makes what they're meant to. Slushy, I don't understand why that went viral. Here's the thing, is I think things are forced viral at this point. Like, I don't understand why the Ninja Slushy went viral either, but I'm pretty sure it's just because Ninja paid a bunch of people to make different outrageous slushies with it, and that huge amount of slushy like hype is finally what got people like, okay, I see all these videos on it, so I guess I'm going to make a slushie with it. So I'm pretty sure it's one of those things that it was forced to go viral because there was just so many things with it, you know. Manufactured virality. All right, we are in some danger zone here, so let's clear out a little bit of these problems. I'm sad we wasted there's too many dragons. There's too many things. I have regrets landing on this planet alone. There is way too many creatures here all at once. We are absolutely surrounded. And I already lost an arm. We can't afford to lose the other arm. We need to knock a few of the dragons out of the sky. At least, okay, we got one. That's one dragon down. And he took out my other arm. Okay, we're in real trouble here. We have no way to deal with those dragons. So we're gonna do some stalling techniques here, where we're gonna walk around in this for a little bit just to stay alive until we can get some allies in here to help us, because we're in some real trouble here.
Requesting sentry.
I can't see anything. Oh, I can see that.
Supply beacon.
All right, let's light. We can do nothing else. We got nothing else in our arsenal, so let's light him on fire. And there's another dragon. Holy cow!
Have a taste of democracy.
The dragon spawn rate is too much. See if we can go get my epic cannon back to try and help knock some of these dragons out of the sky. Okay, I think all the bugs are dead for a second. Let's run and get our stuff before we run out of stems. What a rough start to the game! Holy cow, that was a tough one. Even a mech couldn't bail us out. Oh, someone's out there doing something.
Requesting air support.
Come on. All right. We're finally making progress. Now, where is the sign-in? There it is. The sign-in sheet, please. You'll be leaving at 9, but you'll be back. Is it almost 9? I don't even know what time it is. Oh, we're almost there. Your bestie beckons you. Well, you best answer.
Calling in reinforcements. Requesting orbital.
Hey, we got that dragon. With the slow-mo death.
I got the terminal.
Let's grab some ammo really quick, and we'll get this. And now we'll play Delivery Boy. I stand by delivering this SSD. Right now, people always say that the worst mailman job in the world is from Fallout 76, because that mailman gets shot in the head and then gets stuck in the whole Fallout 7 or not Fallout New Vegas and Fallout New Vegas timeline. However, I think this is a much, much worse mailman position because the Fallout dude has to deal with, yeah, some death claws along the way. You've got flying dragon roaches, you've got hive lords, you've got all these bugs setting out to kill you, and then on top of that, you got your allies dropping nukes on your head. Like, I think that being the mailman in this game is way worse than being the mailman in Fallout New Vegas. Speaking of Fallout, I don't know if I talked about this, but we're getting a Fallout-themed coffee shop in my area here soon. I'm very excited to try that out. I've got my Pip-Boy. I'm going to get, next payday, I'm going to get a Fallout, like, jumpsuit to go with it, and I'm going to go cosplay, because I got the camera. I got, like, the whole getup. So I'm going to cosplay as a Vault Dweller and go get myself some Vault coffee. I'm very, very excited to go get to do that at their grand opening. So I'm waiting to see when their grand opening is, because I'm very excited to go try some Fallout coffee. I think that will be a very fun experience. So I also tried on my Squid Game costume. I officially have the Squid Games is probably my, well, I'm not gonna, it's my second complete cosplay. My first complete cosplay, I don't know if it necessarily counts, but I do have a full cosplay for the blue spirit from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Ben, you can finally chat 'cause you're done driving. Welcome back. Thank you. But you know, the blue spirit is literally just a 3D printed mask and then a black suit, so that everything is just covered in the darkness, like a black skin suit. So like, I don't know if that counts, but that's my first fully completed cosplay. This is Squid Games is my second completed cosplay. I want to complete my Helldivers cosplay, but that's going to cost a lot of money. So next will probably be my Fallout cosplay, considering all I need to do is get like a $50 jumpsuit, and then the Fallout cosplay will be completed. So cosplay is one of those things I always wanted to do, but never thought I would actually do, and it's so cool to finally be like living the adult dream, to have enough disposable income that I can dress up like my favorite fictional characters. So like, I can't believe I'm finally to that point that I can do that. Oh boy. A lot of enemies over here. I was not expecting this much resistance. But the next time I have an extreme amount of disposable income, I'm finishing my Helldivers cosplay. It's just, you know, we talked about before, it's about $2,500 to get the jacket, the pants, and then the full armor set. I could 3D print it for less, but I do not have a 3D printer, and I do not have like the painting skills required to actually make it look good. So I also want to get my medieval beekeeper outfit someday. So there's a lot of cosplays I want to finish, but as always, it's one of those things where like, the want is there, the cash is not. The cost of doing that is way too much. So, not to mention there's like a practicality element to it. And I understand that like not everything in life needs to be practical, right? It's okay to buy something just because you enjoy it and have fun with it and that sort of thing. But realistically, like, how often, if I put together full cosplays, am I actually gonna wear it? Like, yeah, Halloween's coming up, so I'll wear a lot for Halloween, but after Halloween, like, it's not like I go grocery shopping in my Helldivers outfit, right? So, like, I guess I could, but no, maybe I should. What's your loadout? My current loadout, my current favorite loadout, especially in a world where we are dealing with dragons, is YouTube comments are on delay. It's possible. It's definitely possible. I am currently rocking the Epic Plasma Cannon, the Supply Pack, a Gatling Turret, and the Emancipator Suit. That has been my loadout that has been rocking these worlds. That can kind of, it can do a little bit of everything. And then of course the Coyote. Love me the Coyote, so we have not taken the Coyote off since we unlocked it. But basically, because the dragons the dragons are so like game changing and so much of a problem that you have to have something that allows you to fight the dragons. You have to have something that allows you to fight the chargers and the chaff. So this loadout gives you the ability to take on the chaff, it gives you the ability to take on the dragons and the big things, and it gives you enough stims to have some survivability, since the dragons feel like a forced damage check. What is the gun? You haven't seen that before. Which one? I'm using the machine gun is called the Coyote. It is the new War Bond gun, and it is a fire-based assault rifle, which is pretty awesome. The other gun is the Epic Cannon. It is a charge-up plasma gun that charges up an armor-piercing explosive round. However, if you charge it up for too long, it will blow up on you. So there is a massive downside to the weapon. It will blow up on you. It will destroy you. I do also really want to play with the expendable napalm. I haven't unlocked that one yet, but the expendable napalm looks like a lot of fun, so... So I like the Epic Cannon. I don't like, it does blow up very often. Like, it's definitely a skill-based get good with it kind of weapon. But it's kind of hard to use, especially when you're stressed out. So there is a downside to that weapon. I always pretend I'm bringing beer to the troops every time I carry the SSD. I used to love carrying the SSD because I would have the crossbow, and having the one-handed weapon definitely makes a huge difference with that. But now that I'm always carrying the Coyote, it does make carrying that a little bit harder, especially since I am a firm believer in heavy armor is fully the best armor in the game. You should be using the heavy armor. Like, the perks of the heavy armor is just so good that you should always be using the heavy armor. There's just no reason to take anything else. I know that you want to move faster and use that light armor, but the heavy armor keeps you alive so much better. So heavy armor and no one-handed weapon means you are absolutely the worst option to carry the SSD, because you're slow, you have no defense, like, it's awful, but sometimes you just gotta do it, right? Come on, Emancipator. We need to shoot down a dragon. Alright, shot down the dragon. I see someone over there using the laser cannon on it. I don't necessarily know that the laser cannon is a good pick, but maybe I should try, like, the laser cannon slaps on the bots. If you're fighting the robots, the laser cannon is the must-take, but I don't know about bringing it on the bugs. Gonna pop over on Twitch, because I don't have a Twitch. I'm not on Twitch anymore, actually. There is no popping over to Twitch. I've been watching My Dress Up Darling. It's making me want to learn to sew. What is that? Is that an anime or is that a game? And how bad, if it's an anime, how bad is the fan service on it if it's an anime? Because that is, I can handle a lot of different anime stuff, but the anime trope that I really cannot stand is the over-the-top, gratuitous fan service. I do not like the weird, hyper-sexual anime. So, like, even, like, I love My Hero Academia, but I cannot, like, Mineta, the girl crazy pervy character is like one of my absolute least favorite tropes in any anime. Do not make me suffer through a weird... Did you skip to live? Is your autocorrect getting me? What? I do not understand that sentence. Like, skips from regular show? Is that kind of skipping? Is that what we're talking about? Oh, talking to Ben. Oh. That guy just jump scared me out of nowhere. RKO out of nowhere. That's a dead meme. That's a deep cut. That's like a 2011 meme. The RKO's out of nowhere. Kids have no idea what I'm talking about.
Requesting sentry.
Oh, speaking of Ben, not Ben, the person watching the channel right now. Ben 10. So Ben 10 is a popular kids show. Never seen it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. But I just got a commercial to take the Zen 10 challenge, and I have never been more grossed out by a commercial. Like if you watch the old Carl's Jr. commercials, they were really cringy with like, here's a girl in a bikini eating a burger and spilling sauce all over herself. Oh man, don't you want that burger real bad? Like, that was gross and cringy. But I got a commercial for the Zen nicotine pouches. They're doing what they call the Zen 10 challenge, where if you take the nicotine pouches for 5 days, you'll be addicted. And that's literally what they're selling you on, is like, if you try our product for 5 days, you'll form an addiction. And they literally named it the Zen 10 challenge after Ben 10 to attract children. Like, how monstrous and gross do you have to be to market your stuff specifically to children using Ben 10? Like, that is beyond the grossest and most horrible thing I have seen on YouTube in a long while. I've seen my fair share of terrible things. That dude just held me underwater until I drowned. That was brutal. He just held me under the water. But yeah, the Zen 10 challenge, super gross. One of the most inappropriate ad I've ever seen on YouTube. I don't know about that, because they allow some pretty terrible ads, but I'm so flabbergasted that's allowed. Like, again, you're using Ben 10 to sell nicotine to children, like monsters. You don't have to spell his name out. You can just call him Dex. We just call him Dex. I thought they outlined cigarette ads. But that's the thing. It's not cigarette. It is flavored nicotine pouches, which is completely different than a cigarette. Which is why it is allowed. Yeah, that's exactly. It's technically they literally just went, actually, it's not a cigarette, therefore it's not banned. It's just, just as harmful and awful, but it's not technically a cigarette, so it's allowed. I guess YouTube heard me talking about how much I miss smoking sometimes. Like, oh, you miss it? Well, take the Zen 10 challenge. The support weapon. So the support weapon I pulled out, this is the Epic Cannon. It came out of the Halo Warbond, I believe? No, the one before that. It is a charge-up cannon that does big splash damage, but it can blow up, and when it blows up, you will have massive regrets. So you gotta be careful of it. But it's a lot of fun. like that, so you can just zap the dragons out of the sky, which is why I bring it, because it does splash damage, so you can clear packs, you can clear big enemies with it. It does good work. You gotta really take some time to learn it, because it will blow up in your hands and instantly blow up you and your allies. So like it will hurt you. It does not care. It does not care that it is supposed to be on your side. It will blow you up. It is sick. I love it. When it first came out, it was unusable because it would randomly shoot to the side. So a lot of people won't try it because it was absolutely busted when it first came out. But they have since fixed it, so now people need to actually give it a try. But it's one of those things where, like, your first impression sticks, right? They tried the weapon. It was absolute garbage. So now no one gives it a try, not realizing they fixed what made it garbage. I'm glad I saw the skip to live button. You were like on a 10-minute delay. Sorry about that. I don't know how it works. I don't watch, like I said, it's always Iron. I don't watch other streamers on YouTube, so I don't know how it works. The Punisher is an underrated shotgun. I love that. I like some of the other weapons. The Coyote. So here's the thing we've always talked about, is that the crossbow and the Eruptor are so good that literally there's no point in bringing any other weapon, because those weapons are just too good. The Coyote is finally a challenger to that title of so good you can't bring anything else. But like, I truly think they need to nerf the Eruptor and the crossbow, because yes, the shotguns are cool, and yes, there's some cool other guns, but like in the grand scheme of things, there's just no reason to bring anything else other than the crossbow or the Eruptor, or now the Coyote. The Coyote has definitely stolen the show, but the Eruptor and crossbow are just too good. Because they bring utility, they bring splash damage, they bring armor piercing, they bring too much to the table. But the Coyote especially is really good because the fire damage is really high. So if you have a chance to just like spray some enemies with it and then move on, like you can get some good damage going just by burning them up rather than actually hitting them with the bullets, which is really good too. I can't see anything over there, but I'm pretty sure there's still enemies, so we're gonna keep firing blind until the enemies stop. I'm sad because I only got to use my anime mods for like a week before I had to uninstall them because the game updated. It was a lot of work. I do want them to have a little bit more mod support. I do wish that they would be a little bit better about mod support, simply because I think that the mods is a good middle ground. Like, a lot of people have, of course, wanted a Warhammer crossover, and they wanted the Halo crossover, and then there's people like me who don't want the crossovers in the game that are going to like ruin the immersion. So I really feel like mods is the compromise on that. Is like, okay, so if you want to see that, you download the mods, and then you can have a Warhammer crossover or things like that. If you don't want to see it, you don't download the mods, and then you don't have to deal with it. Like, that seems like the good middle ground. So I do wish they would do a little bit more for mod support. I have a Portal mod that made the backpack guard dogs have the voice of Gladys. That is an excellent idea. If I did mods, the only mod I need in my life is to, when you summon a orbital beam, I would love to have a Goku at the top of the screen shooting out his beam. And have that be a mod, having the Kamehameha, and then saying everything with the laser. The Mega Pokemon rollouts are incredible. What Mega Pokemon did we just get? Is it the Malamar? Is that the weird squid Pokemon? I've been seeing a lot of things about that one. Is it Malamar? Is that the next Mega we're getting? Yeah, Malamar. I'm going to attempt to impress you with my Pokemon knowledge. Are you ready? Malamar was first introduced in Gen 6.
Mission coordinates locked.
Huh? Huh?
Hellpods prime.
Am I right?
Launching orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
Stuck on Pokemon Go. I've got 2 quests that I have to catch a Ditto to progress. I did not realize how big Pokemon Go still is. Like, I knew that Pokemon Go was popular at one point, but, like, I did not realize that it's still a huge thing. Like, there's, like, a whole group of people that are still doing Pokemon Go to this day. We have, like, roving bands of Pokemon Go players wandering around our area, playing, like, 20, 30, 40 people walking around playing Pokemon Go, like huge roving bands of people. How does Malamar evolve? Malamar evolves by turning your Nintendo DS upside down. Do you play any emulators? No. I used to play some Pokemon ROM hacks, but when I was doing a deep dive into emulation, piracy, ROMs, and emulation for a Catholic article I was writing, I came to the conclusion that ROM hacks are not something that I should be engaging in as a Catholic, so I gave up the ROM hacks, I gave up the emulators. There's nothing wrong with if I wanted to play one of my PlayStation 3 games on my computer and I own the game, that is perfectly fine. But for the most part, ROM hacks, emulators, and all those things, I came to the conclusion that it's not something that I should be engaging in, so I gave those up, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because I do miss it. Like, there definitely are some great ROM hacks. There's a lot of great fan-made Pokemon games. There's a lot of fun stuff to explore in there. I just couldn't support it, so I gave up the emulator and ROM hack life. I just saw they have a Psyduck with a swimming donut. Is that a Pokemon form, or is that just like a... Oh, that's Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go has a Psyduck with a swimming donut. That is adorable. Let's throw some mines over there. Throw some mines over there. Hopefully that lands in a good spot. That might have been a bad throw. That might have been a little bit too far, but... I'd like to get into Stardew Valley. You should definitely get into Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is, without a doubt, I can say this, and I could rant about this for forever and ever. Stardew Valley truly deserves to be put in the list of top 5 greatest games of all time. Stardew Valley is so good that it has a coveted 10 out of 10 in my book. And if you've ever listened to me review any game, you'll know I am really harsh on my reviews, because to me, a perfect 10 out of 10 has to be an absolutely perfect game. Like, it has to have perfect music, it has to have perfect gameplay, it has to have perfect story, it has to have perfect writing. Everything in it needs to be a masterclass in innovation that truly pushes the genre forward. There are so few actual 10 out of 10 games that truly exist. Doom 1993 is one of those games. Stardew Valley is another one of those games. So please play Stardew Valley. It truly is one of the greatest games ever made. And that is a hard fact. I do not think... I know people dispute that in the sense that, like, they don't like the genre, but not liking the genre is not a good reason to downvote a game. And it's like $15. Like, that's the best part of it, right? Like, anyone can afford it because it is a affordable, good game. Nintendo Direct coming on Thursday. Ooh.
Tunneling down fortifications.
Well, what's coming to Nintendo Direct, did they say? Probably Pokemon, right? Like, Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out in less than a month, right? Like, there's got to be a Pokemon something coming here soon. They're running out of time.
Tunnel breach.
I love the mines on this mission. I love watching the mines just gently explode and wipe out all these monsters. A little bit of gas over here, though. It's okay. I watch a lot of people play it. I would like it. I just haven't done my own playthrough. I want to watch someone play what I'm thinking of buying because I don't mind spoilers. You will not regret it. You're going to love it. The only people I've ever seen who said that they don't enjoy Stardew Valley truly are the people who don't like the farming genre as a whole. So, like, if you don't like cozy games, yeah, you probably won't like it, but they talked about in the last one, they just said some upcoming titles. We'll see. We're excited for Pokemon Direct. We're excited for Nintendo Direct. I'm not hyped for, I know that we got, like, the Pokemon... No, not Pokemon. What's, Kirby Air Riders? I don't understand why people are obsessed with Kirby Air Riders. That game's never really looked too fun to me, but maybe I'm just a stick in the mud. Have you ever played Tibia? No, I don't. That doesn't sound familiar. I don't think I've played that one.
Calling down fortifications.
I've played Command & Conquer Tiberian Sun, if that counts. Tibia, Tiberian, that's kind of close. Kind of, sort of, not really.
Got a nice cup of liberty.
That's a series that fell from grace super hard. You never hear anyone talk about Command & Conquer anymore. Which is a shame, because Command & Conquer 2... Command & Conquer 2 Red Alert was truly something special. That was an amazing game. It's a 30-year-old MMORPG, and my buddy just got me into it. I don't like the old school MMORPGs because most of the old school MMORPGs are all about like grinding and terrible graphics, and those are just two things that I can't suffer through anymore. So, like, the only MMO for me, basically, is World of Warcraft, and that's, like, 50% nostalgia at this point. Although, I do like signing into Final Fantasy XIV, because Final Fantasy XIV has a casino, and the Final Fantasy XIV casino is a really fun experience. Excuse me. I wish World of Warcraft would implement a casino. But since their gold is now tied to real-world money, they never will, right? Like, because it's tied to real-world money, there'd be gambling laws, there's other things, so we'll never get to see that. But I love me a good in-game casino. And Final Fantasy XIV, the game itself is just okay. The story is way too long and way too boring. But the fact that you can play Triple Triad, which is the best minigame ever made, period. There is no better minigame than Triple Triad. You get to play Triple Triad, you get to go to the casino, you get to decorate your house. Like, it's got so many incredible things going for it. If they would just undo that awful story, they would have so many more people playing the game. That's basically Tibia. We played for months and I only got to level 35. Does it do a lot of old school MMOs, the worst feature ever, they feature de-leveling where if you die you lose experience? Does it have that where all your work can be undone by one bad day of playing? Because man, is that frustrating when other people get you killed and you lose experience for it. And at higher levels, it's like, oh, I just lost 2 weeks of work because some jerk decided to run by and take me out. Like, that is truly an awful experience.
Requesting sentry.
Deploying sentry.
Calling down a support weapon. Calling down supplies.
I know I'm going to jinx myself, but I haven't seen any Bile Titans popping up yet. There's a door in Tibia that unlocks after you get to level 1000. Only 2 people have ever got there. And if you die, you lose experience. Yeah, that sounds awful. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you have fun, but that's a no. That's a no from me, dog. No hardcore grinding. I already have barely enough time to make videos and do all of my hobbies and work 40, 50 hours a week. There's nothing behind the door. The best nothing door, it was in Fallout 3. There's that famous door that you open it up and all that it just says is F you. That was the greatest nothing door in gaming by a landslide. But yeah, I'm not going to spend my time doing that. I already don't have enough time to do all the things that I want to do, so I'm not going to spend more time grinding in a game where I can lose my time.
Requesting fortifications. Bomb tunnel breach.
Ready for season 2 of the Fallout show? Yes. We are hyped for season 2 of Fallout. That will definitely be hopefully a great experience. There's a lot of talk about New Vegas and seeing the Courier, and I'm hyped for it as well. I think they did really well on the Fallout show. And honestly, they've been working really hard on making Fallout 76 a good experience as well. And I think they've done it. I think Fallout 76 is in a good place now. So if you haven't played Fallout 76 in a while and you want some more Fallout content, like, there is some value in going and playing Fallout 76 and experiencing the game now. Like, it was a rough start. I think we can all agree it had a rough start, but it's doing pretty darn good now. There's, some confusing mechanics and a lot of bloat, but you can also play as a ghoul, which is awesome. And again, you can make your camp, and it's always fun. Any game that allows you to make your own house is good in my book. You were right to be afraid of it when it came out. It was definitely in a rough spot when it came out. There was definitely a lot of flaws and a lot of problems. They have definitely worked hard on getting rid of some of those flaws and problems. Is it a perfect game? No, there's still issues. But overall, it's still a pretty just enjoyable experience. So if you haven't given it a try and you've thought about it, it's definitely worth giving a try. I would still wait for it to go on. I'm pretty sure you can get it like on Game Pass and get it on sale, so I wouldn't pay full price for it, but I'm pretty sure you can get a discount on it fairly easy as well, so definitely do that. I'm ready for Star Citizen to have base building. I downloaded the Star Citizen free play like you told me to. And you were not kidding about that tutorial. I was so lost. There is so much to that game. I was definitely almost immediately overwhelmed by how much there was to Star Citizen. There's definitely a lot more to it than I thought there was. I thought the game was still like super pre-alpha, but they definitely got a lot of stuff in there, and the facial tracking was really cool to watch my character in real time. Like the if you move your face around in real time, your character's face moves. That's really cool. You're keeping up with the free fly events. I might give it another try in the future. The problem, like I was just griping about, is I have so little time. Like, my schedule is I get up at 4 a.m. so that I can stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I make videos for long-form content. So the first 2 or 3 hours a day is streaming and making content. And then I go to work and I work for 10 hours. And then I'm off work at 6 p.m., which leaves just enough time to eat dinner and then go to bed. So, like, I just don't have a lot of time, especially to dedicate to learning to something as big as that. Jonathan's here. Hello, John.
You have served democracy well.
You're running late today.
Wait.
So, I want to sit down and learn it, but I have not sat down and learned it yet.
This is Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
We're doing good today. We're talking about Star Citizen and talking about Borderlands 4 coming out on Friday. We're going to be playing that. The stream on Friday is going to be super short because I have a dentist appointment at 7 a.m. because I signed up to have myself tortured at 7 a.m. because I'm dumb.
20 seconds. Reinforcement budget depleted. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Victory was never in doubt.
Been resting up? You've been baking sourdough bread? Sourdough is for sure the best bread. It's a tie. Sourdough is the best bread. Naan is also really good, but I don't know if it's technically like it's a flat bread, like it does not leaven, so it's like a different category. So sourdough and naan are the two best breads in the world, hands down. I will eat sourdough any day of the week, and it makes a sandwich. Like you order a Philly cheesesteak, good. Philly cheesesteak on sourdough, better. Grilled cheese on bread, delicious. Grilled cheese on sourdough, even better. The only time that I don't think sourdough would be the best choice, and maybe we need to try this. I'm not sure about sourdough pizza. I'm not certain that having a sourdough pizza crust would be the optimal choice there. But I think a sourdough pizza crust could be good. So, you know, I'm not 100% sold on that. I definitely think that a sourdough pizza crust could be delicious. So, maybe. What is a Philly cheesesteak on sourdough? So, a Philly cheesesteak on sourdough is where you take a Philly cheesesteak and you put it on sourdough.
Allied destroyer has
Do I
left
have a
squadron.
Discord? Yes, I do have a Discord, but no lie, the Discord is mostly dead. Like, maybe occasionally someone will post in there once a week. Like my Discord is dead, so it's not worth joining. Is what I'm trying to say.
Allied
Don't you
destroyer
patronize?
has
You
left
asked the
squadron.
question. You asked what a Philly cheesesteak on sourdough was. I was just answering the question. It's a regular Philly cheesesteak, but on sourdough, and it's delicious.
Project Free Space may never have seen the light.
It's even better if you remove the steak out of it and you do a Philly tofu cheesesteak. That is also delicious. Do you ever just chill in there when you're gaming off stream? My Discord is up, but I mean, I'm always there and I try to be accessible, but like I said, my schedule is very, very hit or miss with how much work and other stuff I have to do. So sometimes I'm in there, sometimes I'm just too busy. Get out of here. Tofu is delicious, Dex. You've got to accept that tofu is delicious. And if you cook tofu in or cauliflower, if you take a thick slab of cauliflower and you cook it like a steak with steak seasoning and a little bit of butter, and you sear that until it's a little bit black. That is better than any steak I've ever eaten. Cauliflower steak beats out a regular steak every day of the week if it's cooked right. So I could see like taking some burned cauliflower steak bits and replacing it with the steak in a Philly cheesesteak would be absolutely
The Super
delicious.
Destroyer is ready for your next mission.
I've never tried tofu before. Do yourself a favor, if you're gonna try tofu, go to like a restaurant that specializes in it and try tofu cooked the right way through a restaurant first. Because if you just try cooking it yourself first, you're going to hate it, because tofu takes a little bit of know-how to cook and enjoy. I dare you to go to Philadelphia and ask for a Philly cheesesteak on sourdough, hold the steak, sub in tofu. What's your Discord? I'll join and I'll post Star Citizen content. Let me see if this will work. Let me see if I can throw an invite into the chat. I'm not certain if it will work or not, but we will try. Let's see. There you go. However, it is time to end the stream, unfortunately, because it's time, as always, for me to go do chores, do the litter box and the washing the dishes before going to actual work for the next 12 hours. So, as always, let's end with our prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, today we continue to pray for all the victims of war. Lord, help to prevent future wars, help our politicians to make better and peaceful decisions, and help comfort the victims who are suffering from the outcomes of war. We continue to pray for all the people who are in purgatory, all the people who have no one left to pray for them, all the people who have been forgotten. Lord, help them. We pray for the children who are going back to school. They're experiencing their first or second week of school as they're struggling to adjust to that. Lord, help them. We continue to pray for all the people in seminary school who are discerning the priesthood. Lord, help their hearts be discerned either towards you or towards whatever their vocation may be. And we continue to pray for all those who are suffering from mental health concerns, whether that be depression or ADHD or whatever mental health episodes are ongoing. Lord, help us. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me. Next stream is on Friday morning, 5 a.m. We'll be playing Borderlands, so be able to look forward to that. As always, I appreciate hanging out with you all. It makes it for a fun morning. New video hopefully will be out tomorrow. We'll see. Have a great and blessed day, everyone, and we will see you again on Friday morning.